biased, right?
There's some personal attachment there.
Yeah, I can't, he's my bro,
Yeah, and everyone is a family member in this chess boxing community, so it's sad to see anyone get knocked out. That is actually the first clean knockout that we've seen in this World Championship so far, where he did not beat the count.
These are the big boys.
That's right. But shifting gears, we are getting into another World Championship final. This is the under 55 kilogram category for the female division, and we have another Russia versus India matchup.
And we have another Sanjay.
Yeah, Sanjay, we saw earlier, absolutely decimate her opponent in the boxing. But her chess still untested, mostly. It looks like we do have a slaw. Well, wait. Is that a slaw for black?
But when Mike Tyson talks about the old-time greats and like how many times they fought a month, Sanjay fights a few times a day.
Yes, she does. Yeah, nothing holds her back. So she's already a chess boxing light champion, and now she is competing for a chess boxing main event championship.
But I have a feeling this time she's going to be up against a bit of a stronger opposition.
I mean, so far the chess is good, but Oksana, the Russian, opting to use another move with her bishop to pin the knight to the queen.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she's got it out from the bad side of the chain, the pawn chain, right?
Yeah, but it came to F5 first, and then it came to G4. Yeah, so she used two moves to get it there.
Ah, okay.
So a little bit slow.
Yeah,
a little inefficient. Mm-hmm. But already over a minute, almost a minute and a half time advantage for Oksana over Sanjay.
At the same time, she's gained that tempo back because White went bishop b5, c6, and c6 you could consider that it's a normal move. And again, so you can can just add analysis to it.
Yeah, it kind of evens out.
But you do want to play c5 with black, so maybe that c6 isn't really a gain tempo. I mean, you can always argue for everything. It's all about interpretation.
All right. Will she take with the knight or the bishop?
This is a simple one.
I'd take with the knight. Yeah.
Definitely, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she does.
And she better take with the bishop now, though.
Yeah, please don't just leave that. I don't know why she's waiting
so much time.
I think she wants to maximize her time in the boxing ring.
Yeah, but you can use the obvious moves to if you know the move, do it.
If the game progresses too quickly, though, then she doesn't necessarily get 2 boxing rounds.
It's so debatable. This is the great thing, is that you're never going to be able to have solid, principles.
Hard and fast rules.
Everything is going to be able to be,
There are going to be guidelines and arguments made for each. So I think there's room for a lot of chess boxing philosophers to state their case and support it. And maybe you'll have something to say about that.
I guess I will have to.
There's the bell. First 3-minute chess round in the books. And our Indian and Russian fighters will be making their way to the ring for the first boxing round. We actually see. Wait a minute. Is that Dagu?
But that's Dagu's girlfriend.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yes.
Oh, Dagu's dating a Russian. I didn't know that. All right.
Mm-hmm. This is a chess boxing couple. They met in the World Championship.
I love it. Oh my gosh, we might have our first chess boxing marriage.
Well, I hope I'm invited. I better get an invitation card.
But we should just plan the next World Championship around it.
We could do that.
Have a ceremony in the ring.
Oh my God.
Well, so proud of Dagu for a lot of reasons, but
he's kind of the pride of the chess boxing nation.
He's our big bro. That's his ring name, his big brother. And
he's
surely
looking over all of us, or after all of us. We don't know.
And surely Oksana has benefited from having such a good boxer as a boyfriend. And wow, love her shoes too. Those might distract you if you're looking down a little too much.
Epileptic?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see if Oksana can hang with the incredible boxing skills of Sanjay.
A little bit of a pushing style.
Oh, and I did talk to President Mantu Das at dinner tonight, and she actually goes by Neha. So her middle name.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently Sanjay is her father's name. but she took it as
a
middle name.
We were calling Khaled Ben earlier, and I actually saw him and told him, don't worry.
Let me just go ahead and get a blanket apology out for all the names that we've butchered or missaid over the course of this World Championship. We are just seconds before each fight handed a list with a bunch of names on it, and we do our best.
We are doing our best.
But already the Russian in a little bit of trouble. Neha having her way with the Russian and wrapping up.
Reminiscences of the last fight of Alina against Amina almost.
All right, circling, definitely showing fear here. She's trying to get in the way of the punches. She isn't having much offense of her own. Unfortunately, not much going the way of the Russian so far. Neha needs to keep the gas on, the gas pedal down here. She needs to keep coming forward, keep the pressure on, because this is her advantage for sure. She needs to maximize it. Ooh, a good right-hand counter. Comes right back from the Russian.
It seems like it's a rule, isn't it? Like, you don't, when you least expect it, there's always a
That's
comeback.
what you want, though. Push-pull. We believe one thing, we're surprised by another. That there's a little dopamine release, and we're even more hooked to chess boxing.
Definitely. She's a little too square. She needs to, get into a bit of more of a fencer's kind of stance. I can't remember.
Good distance control by Neha. A good hook and cross combo. Not quite landing flush, but a good idea. Good block and good fencing there and defending from the Russian.
Yeah, I think, even though it's not perfect in a sense, it's like she has to figure out the strategy to do it, and she's taking time, I think that's a good thing that chess boxing could see. Is a lot of
great defense there.
Boxing styles, just switching your boxing styles.
And a right-hand counter. 2 right-hand counters for the Russian, getting momentum back in her favor. Wow. Making Neha respect her right hand. And not just come in wild every time, because that right-hand counter has landed a few times this round. Another one. Neha's still the more active fighter, still landing more punches, but there's something to be said for establishing some sort of respect from your opponent with something that you have, just making them think twice before all-out attacking.
Well, she's just asking questions that Sneha might not know the answer to, and she has to figure it out. And the time she does, well, then you could change your strategy again, into another boxing style.
It's true. I think Neha might be feeling a little fatigue here. Towards the end of the round, she was not as active. As the round went on, I think the Russian got better and better. Oksana having a great second half of the round, and still a slight edge. I'd still score it for the Indian.
What you might not know is Sneha, on the very first day before you arrived, she was dominating her opponent for 2 rounds, and then what happened? She actually threw up right at the end of the round. She almost lost the fight because she went black and the cardio left her. She said afterwards on the microphone she's having a little bit of problems with not cardio, but with the climate, just adapting to the climate, and maybe the bacteria in the water are different to in India. So although, we would fall sick in India, Indians might fall sick in Italy, So there are adaptations to be made, and, they come one day before the tournament. They don't have always time to adapt.
Yeah, it's a good point. And adaptation is the name of the game with chess boxing. Got to adapt to the next round of chess, next round of boxing, and we're back to chess. Pawn's already coming off the board, and well, we might have a DGT issue, actually. Yeah, we have a little reset happening. Apologies for the delay. We are getting reset here. All right, and I think we do have an illegal move being scored.
No, I think it was like they weren't agreeing on how the sequence had gone, and they were trying to retrace it. But okay, I think we're back to normal now.
Okay, yeah, I think we're playing again. A lot of time coming off of Sanjay's clock. Sorry, Neha.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, okay, I don't particularly like that exchange. I thought maybe that White could have just waited for Black to do that. I think she should have pinned, like with Bishop G5, something like that, just to put as much pressure
right
as
now,
possible.
The White Knight is hanging. Let's see if she sees it and is able to protect it.
That's number one. Plus, the King definitely is weaker, right? There's no question about it.
Oh, Uh-oh. All right, there it goes. It falls.
Okay, so now
the king is very vulnerable, too.
Yeah, so we kind of have to find a mate. What you can do sometimes, you don't actually go for a check. You just play queen h3. You just cover all the squares around it, and then go with the bishop. But I'm not actually seeing a mate, right? There's only 2 pieces, and sometimes it's not enough.
The bar is closing in the room. There's a very sad look on everyone's face.
I wasn't aware there was one.
Hey, so Carl is especially sad.
But I think the organizers are pretty happy they didn't know that I didn't know.
All right. Wow, less than 2 minutes now for Sanjay. I think she is trying to let as much time tick off the clock as possible, so she might get another boxing round and a shot at winning this, because the position's pretty much lost for White. Oh, wait a minute. So Carl is going to run to the bar before it closes. So you're stuck with me and my chess analysis. French fighter, a former 2-time world champion.
Yes.
Laura Armas, who fought earlier today in a very, very rough match against a Russian. And there was so much heart, so much courage. I want to commend you on your competition. And since we are having the final female world championship final of the tournament, I wanted to bring you in and hear your thoughts so far on this match.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Yeah, this is actually the category that I fought last year. I fought Snea in the final last year. Good boxer. Still
very clean boxer. Impressed with her boxing ability.
She's missing a bit of cardio this year, it seems. But yeah, and her chess could be improved. But she's a really good boxer, and I secretly hope she's going to win. But I think it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to bring it in this boxing round, because the chess position does not look good, and very low on time, too. So I think the first half of the first round, Snea definitely established her dominance in boxing. But as the round went on, it looked like the Russian was able to start to get a sense for her combinations and timing, and showed a little bit more signs of life. I still give the round to Snea for the first round.
I would too, but she's moving really well. The opponent's moving really well. She's not a boxer, but she's defending well. She's moving around, and she's doing her job. She's being a good chess boxer. And
with a boyfriend and a corner man like Dagu, that might help improve her boxing a little bit. But yeah, this defending with the arms out is a recipe for close-in hooks being landed and some trouble with some feints. Those hands come out and then come back with a hook. So I'd like to see from Chessboxing Light, when she won the World Championship earlier today, with that, there was a lot of lead crosses and lead hooks that I haven't seen. Oh, a good right hand lands there, though. Yeah.
But she's moving well again. She dodged one, and again, I'm impressed. Like, it's hard to be beaten. I mean, Snea has power, and once she lands some hits, it's hard, but you have to keep moving, and she's doing that really well, I have to say. And she
good right hand, left hook combo lands.
And she goes in herself sometimes, so I'm really impressed with her, to be honest.
Agreed. Yeah, both fighters showing a lot of courage.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good chess boxer, like really, again, really good chess player, and a decent. Okay, at defense, she's doing a good job.
Yeah, and Snea's playing to her strength. She's taking a lot of time on the board so that she gets more time in the ring, which for a chess boxer that favors boxing is a good strategy.
She's doing her job as well, but yeah, I think a bit of cardio is missing for Snea tonight.
Yeah, there has been some gassing out, some being punched out, and maybe competing in Chessboxing Light earlier today had somewhat of an effect. She was very active in that Chessboxing Light.
I think it's her third fight today. I think she did fit and light, and now the main event. It's insane. It's really late again.
Yeah, it's late, and hard not to be fatigued after all of that activity, but still landing great combinations there. A good 1-2 land right down the middle.
Absolutely. No, it's a nice fight, and whatever happens, I think they can both be proud.
I think the footwork, the circling into space for Russia is what is keeping her alive here, which is making Sneha have to chase. She's getting tired, and then boom, there's an explosion on right hand that lands for Russia.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy so far.
And it looks easy, but I've been there. It's not that easy.
No, not at all, especially when you have someone hunting you down trying to take your head off. No thank you.
Coming for you. No, I'm impressed. Oksana is new. I hadn't seen her fight before, and good. Like, I'm happy to see Russia is bringing some really good chess boxers, and it's really nice to see.
And more females
into
the fray.
Brilliant.
That's a good thing for everyone. I know it might hurt a little bit in the short term, but in the long term, I think it benefits our sport and grows our community.
It's brilliant, yeah. I mean, my opponent was...
Ooh, good lead hook lands. And she has a little momentum with 10 seconds left. Let's see if she can score a stoppage before the end of the round. And it looks like with that clinch, time is out. There's the bell. Back to the chess.
Yeah, that's not going to take long. I think she has less than a minute. Sneha has less than a minute on the clock, I think.
Yeah, and Sneha going over the corner. The look of fatigue is on her face. And yeah, definitely looking more fresh is Oksana. She kind of knows this chess round is probably hers for the taking. Like big time advantage, a positional advantage. I think we'll probably see a finish on the chessboard.
Yeah, absolutely. It's either going to end on the chessboard or at the clock. I mean, it seemed like she's also running out of time. I don't know which one it's going to be, but definitely it's going to be for Oksana. I'm afraid. I mean, congrats to her.
Yeah, we all have our friends and our favorites, and that's okay.
Sneha is the one who beat the French girl, so we're kind of rooting for her.
That makes sense, and love to see
look at that. That's a checkmate in one. Can she avoid that?
I think she brings the queen up to trade.
No, the rook. There, so
yeah, the rook on the
maybe only bishop e1 close to the king to protect that. Oh yeah.
She gives up the.
That's queen takes. Oh, even better. Yes, indeed.
It's still checkmate in one. Okay, yeah, I did too. Wow.
I was thinking bishop e1.
That could have blocked. That would have saved her another move. Good call.
Yeah. But then still, rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes. I mean, it's still over. Anyways, but it's a checkmate.
Shakes out the same way.
Beautiful. Well, she's a really good chess player. I looked her up because I was afraid she was in my weight category.
Oh.
And she's like 1950 or something. She has 150 games online. She's a really good chess player.
She has a bright future in this sport. And another world championship going to Team Russia.
Exactly.
And well fought by Sneha, the Indian fighter.
Good job to both of these girls. Congrats.
And there we have it. Celebration, sportsmanship all around. We love to see it. And there's what is becoming a familiar dance around the ring. It looks like every world champion is having their moment, as they should, to celebrate. And that'll do it for the women's fights tonight. Laura, I want to talk before you go about how the how the French team has grown, how the program is expanding, and